technology's good these days.
I know, we love technology. Hi friends, Philip Jones, Martini Whisperer here. I've just kind of jumped in unannounced, just when they're busy to set up, making a nuisance of myself, at Bakery Hill Distillery in downtown Kensington in Melbourne. This fine fellow, and he's taking a busy time out of his schedule. Say good day.
Hi, I'm Andrew from Bakery Hill.
Now, this place is special because we were just talking before we started filming here. A brand new tasting room on the main drag, need public transport, a lot of clever features which I can take some pictures of later and share with everybody otherwise. But your father started this distillery, in fact the first distillery on the mainland, which is no small thing. What's that about?
Yeah, exactly. So my father David Baker, he was a chemistry teacher before going to the legal drug world of alcohol, as opposed to the Breaking Bad style Walter White, which he does get quite often as well.
Right.
So he started the distillery in 1999 and out in Bayswater, which is about an hour east of here. He wasn't even a whiskey drinker before then. It was purely a sort of a chemical exercise, a scientific exercise.
Interesting.
People at that time here in the mainland Australia, no one was drinking single malt whiskies, and no one had heard of Australian single malt whiskies.
And what you were talking about here?
This was 1999.
Wow.
1999. So this was back in the, a whiskey was a Scotch and it was a Johnny Walker Red or it was a Jim Beam. He basically wanted to prove people wrong, that you could make great whiskies outside of Scotland and specifically here in Melbourne and Australia. And now we're actually nearly at a stage where there's more whiskey distilleries on Australia than in Scotland.
Take that, Highlands.
That's right.
Space
Obviously, much smaller volume scale, but in terms of numerous distilleries, we're everywhere now. So it's common now that you realise you can make whiskey pretty much anywhere around the world. So we've moved here to Kensington, just 3 kilometres from the city, close to public transport. We've been in production since February last year, doing tours and events and those sort of things. And as you've seen, we're opening up our distillery door bar and shop. Looking forward to hosting people, and it's been running really nicely, and it's probably the best part of the job actually, is actually pouring whiskies for people, which I think we might be having after this.
That sounds very agreeable. Now before we wrap very quickly, you've got something special right behind you there. Is that what I think it is? A very, very old barrel of whiskey?
It certainly is. It does look its age too, I must say. So this one is about 15 years old. Actually plucked it out the other day to give people a try, and then I probably regret pouring it to them because it was too good. And I'm like, I can't give that stuff away. So 15 years old, that's about the equivalent of 30 Scottish years because of how quickly Australian whiskey matures at twice the rate really as Scotland. But because we get our whiskey faster, we do lose a lot in evaporation. So we're probably only looking at about 30% of that barrel now being full.
Yep.
But the 30% is pretty spectacular.
I'm sure it is.
So we're going to be releasing that as a bit of a special release this year. We will keep some for the Bakery Hill Museum, but the rest of it can go to our fans.
In the meantime, you've got more good stuff waiting for people to enjoy. Fantastic. So thanks for hospitality. I think we're time to do for a drink before the people come.
Yep. Thank you so much for coming down, and you picked the right day to wander in.
Congratulations on what's here.
Yeah, it's great. Look forward to seeing people.
Cheers, mate.
See you soon.